Hello everybody and welcome to the Daryl Talks podcast. Today we've got Liz back on the couch and we're just going to get on with it. So without further ado, welcome Liz.
Hello.
That was a bit musical, that
It
intro,
was. I
wasn't
thought
it?
you were going to start singing at me, actually.
I don't think anybody wants to listen to that.
No, you're right.
So, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very, very good. I am excited that we're recording on a Friday.
Why?
Don't know, we don't often record on a Friday.
No, it's normally like a Tuesday kind of task, isn't it?
Yep, because it gives me a few days to get it all done.
Get organised.
Absolutely. What has been happening?
Well, I'm slightly concussed.
Slightly concussed.
Don't know if you're aware, but I hit my head.
So, if we ever release this part of the video, Liz has got a bit of a bump on her head.
Can you see that? It's a line. I was very brave. I went in the loft.
For the second time?
Yeah, it's only the second time I've ever been in our loft. Only because I can't get in it.
Yeah.
Our step ladder is like one step too short for me to get in it. And I can't physically pull myself up enough to get here. It's just a right old faff anyway.
It's funny to watch.
Oh, I can imagine. Anyway, borrowed mother's step ladder, which has got an extra step. But I still had to stand on the frame of the step ladder
Fair.
to get in. But anyway, went in, did a bit of tidying up because I felt like I wanted to. Well, flipping heck, I was so aware that obviously the roof is, I don't know what, an upside down V shape. It's roof shape, pointed. And so I was so
Now,
aware.
I would like some more description as what a roof looks like.
Anyway, but it's not a flat roof is what I was getting at. I was so aware that there's obviously wooden beams and I didn't want to hit my head on them. What I didn't see directly in front of me was this piece of wood sticking out from like nothing. I just walked straight into it and oh my Christ. I was all on my own, stranded in the loft, concussed. It bloody hurts, I tell you. It has.
And you said that I would have laughed.
Oh, you would have pissed yourself. You would have absolutely pissed yourself. Because I would have laughed if it was you.
Yeah, I don't think we're similar on that level.
You'd have been
I
like...
always feel empathetic first
No,
and
you
then
don't.
laugh later.
Well, no, you'd have gone, oh, you're okay. But you'd have been holding back your laughter. Whereas I would have just laughed at you.
Yeah.
Oh, flippity jib. And then I had to then get down out of the loft using the frame of the stepladder to then get down. And I lost my balance and the ladder tilted slightly. So we then went onto two legs. Oh, I thought I was a goner.
Other than that,
What else has been happening?
what has been happening?
Crikey. I've got a job. Well, no, loosely. I've been offered a job.
I know, but that's still great.
It is great. It's
And-
8.
To make it even better, it's something that you wanted to do.
Yeah, it is actually a job that I was really interested in. And it will set me up. So I've got like a 10-year career plan now.
Glad you said career plan.
What did you think I was going to say?
If it was like a life plan, you're not announcing a divorce.
That could be part of it.
Part of the career plan.
We'll see how this goes. Got a 10-year career plan to retrain, and this is very much the start of it. So it's very exciting.
Then you'll be
I'll
back.
be employed again.
It is so exciting.
Hallelujah.
And to put in perspective, so I thought that you were being a bit of a bunny boiler last night. Genuinely.
Oh,
I thought that you were being
yeah.
a bit of a wife, a bit of a ball and chain.
Yeah, I got that vibe from you, actually.
So on Thursdays, I go to rugby training.
I don't know if you know, but Daryl plays rugby now.
Saltash RFC, up the Ashes. So I play rugby now. And part of that means going to training. And I do that on a Thursday. So generally speaking, it's always been on like AstroTurf 4G pitches. Well, last night was the first night that we used the rugby pitch. And the heavens opened.
It really did rain, didn't it?
It rained. It was cold. And I think there was only one other in shorts and t-shirt. Everybody else had like jackets on and stuff.
What's your training?
Yeah.
Wimps.
Exactly. All those big
Burly boys.
burly men. And then there's me with 2 sticks at the end of his feet.
Wondered where that was going.
Yeah, so it was cold. But afterwards, we had a shower. And most of the time I come home because I just want to get home. It's been a long day. But I thought, do you know what? I fancy a pint. So everybody stays afterwards, goes for a pint. The coaches and captains, they all do the team pick and we all socialise a bit. And then we have a meat raffle. Quite a fine setup they've got going on a Thursday evening.
This happens every week.
Every week. And it's fantastic. But yeah, so I decided to stay on, got myself a Guinness, sat down, and then I get a message, when are you coming home? Right, so this is how I read it.
Yeah, okay.
And actually, the way I'm being now will actually we'll come on to that in a little bit. So imagine, boop, boop, boop. When are you coming home? I messaged back, well, when do you need me home? Well, I just thought I'd like to spend some time with you before going to bed. Right, so that's how I heard it.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll come home then. So chucked me raffle tickets away to Lewis Wells and never found out whether I won. But he did promise me he would freeze it and cook it for me if we did win. Rush home, speed of light, thinking I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
And then get home and you were just like, I've been offered a job. And then I felt guilty
Good. So you should.
for enjoying myself. But I felt guilty for what I thought you were doing.
I don't know why you thought I was stroppy about it. I mean, I probably wasn't overly impressed because you've been coming home after training. I thought, right, I won't tell Daz I've been offered a job when he comes in from work because it's a rush, have tea, sort the kids out, put in a bed, you're out the door. I was like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait until he comes home from training. We can sit down, talk about it, go from there. So I'm sat here waiting.
I imagine you pawing at the door.
Yeah, no, I wasn't doing that.
No?
But I was, I'd entertained myself, but I was just waiting, thinking, oh, I'll be home in a minute. And I hadn't told anybody, and I wanted to tell somebody. I thought, no, I'll tell Daz. He should be the first person I speak to about this. Waiting. So that's when I text you. Well, when are you coming home? I thought you died or something, drowned.
I nearly did. How quickly I drank that Guinness.
And then you come in with like a face of thunder, as if I've like pulled you away from something like absolutely fantastic that was happening. And I was like,
Kind of were.
sorry about that.
I'm so glad you did because it is just amazing. It's not even like about the finances and stuff like that.
No, it's
I'm just
not.
really happy for you because you have I've never seen you so lost.
Oh my God, do you know what? I hate not having a job.
Whereas I would thrive in it.
Yeah, we are so
You in the joblessness.
No, it's just not me. Like, why was I in the loft? Do you know what I mean? Like, what was I doing in the loft? Other than trying to knock myself out. It's because I'm bored, got nothing to do. I hate having nothing to do. I need a purpose. And when the children are in nursery, I've got nothing.
I offered you editing privileges. I offered
It would have
you
been funny. I think I do that anyway.
social media.
Oh God, no, I can't be dealing with that.
Can I?
I'm not a content creator.
Not for a lot. But yeah, so that's that. Lyra can do colours.
Oh, she's been able to do colours for ages.
I don't think so.
She's
Or maybe she
terribly
just puts it
advanced.
on when that she doesn't know.
Do you know what? The two colours, you may have noticed it this evening, the two colours that she really struggles with and mixes them up.
Purple.
Purple and yellow.
Weird, isn't it?
Always purple and yellow. I mean, they look nothing like each other.
No.
And they sound nothing like it. Purple and yellow.
Very odd.
You'll notice that next time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I noticed tonight that she could do colours.
Well, she's, very advanced.
Jackson's taken to routinely pooing in the bath on a Thursday.
It does seem to happen on a Thursday. It was so funny, wasn't it? It was like this almighty fart, and Lyra looked at me and then looked at Jackson and went, Mummy, he farted. I was like, oh, God.
She, like, where is boys. They don't turn into blokes till much later on.
Yeah. Lyra's like a little woman now, isn't she?
She is.
A little old lady, in fact.
Yeah.
The way she walks with her arms swaying.
Yeah,
and,
like she's pushing a Zimmer frame.
she's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a Thursday night special now from Jackson.
Yeah, and it was ideal because when training was at 6:30.
I'd have had to deal with that myself.
Exactly.
Well, thank God you were here.
But then they changed it to 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Shame.
And all of a sudden, I've got poo in my hands.
I was dealing with 2 children at the time. I mean, fair's fair, isn't it?
I would have abandoned the children.
Whereas last week I abandoned the poo
Yes,
and dealt with the children.
Moment.
And then I forgot all about it. Put the children to bed. Just carried on with my evening.
So I keep my watch on at training just because it's interesting to see how much extra steps I do. And I got a message just before I started saying Jackson had pooped in the bath. And
Or words to that effect.
yes. And so I'm joking about with the lads, rugby lads.
Lads.
And then I get home and I go to have a shower. And I'm like, there's still shit in the bath.
I've literally forgotten. You text me from upstairs going, is this Jackson's shit? I don't know who else's shit you thought it was going to be. Yeah, that was disgusting, actually. I can only apologise. I literally just went from my
I was
mind.
beginning to think it wasn't Jackson. It was a dirty protest.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm protesting.
And
Yeah.
I've got a new thing, but this is going to be a long segment on poop. I'm sorry, but
I cannot wait to hear what you're about to say.
I've got a new, I've had a new awareness as a parent that potty poo hits differently.
True.
It's something about it. Now, changing babies and if they have accidents, I can totally handle that. Even if it stinks, it's absolutely fine. But potty poo,
Oh, it's
it is
wrong.
absolutely rank. Like, you need to realise this before.
It's like it absorbs into the plastic of the potty.
Yep. But I feel like pre-parenting, so when you're choosing to start a family, that should be known and that should be one of those things that you discuss when choosing to become parents. Because if I was aware of that, I reckon we'd be 50% down, at least,
50%.
on the amount of children.
Yeah, it hits differently. It really does. Oh,
And it's not like they're mobile. So you've got to move them because it can happen anywhere.
yeah.
It sloshes about. See, any parent will relate to this. Any future parent,
Good luck.
listen to this back. You've been warned.
Yeah.
I tell you, potty poo, it's differently. What else has been happening?
I was just trying to think. What else has been happening?
Well, I've signed up to a new little
Dating app?
dating
Oh.
app.
No?
Yeah, the people. It's called Grinder.
Stop it.
No, I've signed up to a new app to do some voiceover work.
Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit how I would imagine like online version of going to Hollywood is.
Hollywood.
So you have to put like your name, and then it says like your, what's it called, the photo with headshot, right? It's not just profile picture, headshot.
That's like a modelling career right there.
Yeah.
You've got it.
So I picked one of me in a tux.
Yeah, it was a good picture actually.
Yeah, and then you've got to put in, so you can choose whether it's like acting, voiceover, blah 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 blah. Now they do content creating, so I've got like a separate bit for that, and you've got to put what accents you can do.
Oh, crumbs. Here we go.
So, where better to trial out some of my accents that I said I can do?
How many did you say you could do?
Well, accents, not that many,
Okay.
but emotions, I put
Oh.
thousands I can do.
Thousands
I'm like a
of emotions.
super voiceover artist. So,
Go on then. Give me an example.
hold on.
Oh, here we go. What are you doing?
I'm going to find out what ones I signed up to, what I said to.
What emotions?
Hmm.
What, like happy, sad?
There's Honestly, loads. Right, so there's my voice abilities.
English Cockney, English General, English Southwest England, Irish, Northern Irish, Scottish, American General, Cornish. Right, I'd like to hear your American General, please.
Hi there. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I went Australian, didn't I? Put that one on there. Can you add it, please? Right. Hi, my name's Bruce. And do you know what? Because I don't. Thought that was quite good.
For what?
Just,
American.
yeah. Could you not tell that was American? I could probably do more. 'Cause I think I can do the like, darn hillbilly. Because it's very similar to Cornish in the attitude.
Raccoons are on the porch again.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? Right, okay, voice styles. Wow, there's loads. If you ticked all of these, whiny. That's the first one I've seen. Whiny. Go on. Sorry, there it is. Go on. Whiny, come on.
Oh, Liz, please.
Please.
I just want a coffee.
Right, so whiny was the first one I picked out. Second one, dopey.
See, I feel like dopey also falls in with American. Sorry,
I can't say that.
any Americans that are listening. But ready?
Yeah, but can you speak? You're just making a noise.
Maybe I need some.
Next one I've picked out, slow paced.
Hi there. Oh, should I say? I should be saying sentences, really, shouldn't I?
You're not just hi there.
I'm really good at hi there's and all sorts. Right, let's go back to dopey and do a sentence.
Go on then. Just say hi, my name is Daryl from the Daryl Talks podcast.
Hi, my name is Daryl, and I'm from the Daryl Talks podcast.
Okay, wow. Sex.
Hi, my name is Daryl, and I'm from the Daryl Talks podcast.
Moody.
Hi, my name is Daryl, and I'm from the Daryl Talks podcast.
Lisp.
Hi, my name is Daryl, and I am from the Daryl Talks podcast.
There's loads.
Honestly, because I'm amazing.
Aged. What does that mean? You sound like an old man.
Oh, my name is Daryl, and I host the Daryl Talks podcast.
Oh, here's a good one. Manly/masculine.
All right, my name is Daryl, and I host the Daryl Talks podcast.
You sound a bit like, from Peaky Blinders, Tom Hardy.
What, Alfie?
Alfie.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Okay, another, right, last one, I promise. Stupid.
Now, in all honesty, I would struggle to distinguish stupid from dopey.
I think stupid's an awful thing. There's, honest to God, there's loads. Have
Yeah.
you clicked all of these?
Yeah, I started at A. Ticked all
Well,
these.
I'm getting that. Yeah, it's in alphabetical order.
Stupid. It would depend on the text, though, wouldn't it? Because obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be making it up.
So you've got abrupt, aged, aggressive, amusing, angry, animated, annoying, arrogant, awkward. They're just the A's. Whew. Crumbs. Wow.
So, if there's any voiceover work that you would like me to do after I've showed off all my skills in this little segment,
Just
But-
need to work on that American accent, I feel.
what?
What?
Really?
Well, you went into like an Australian.
That was the first.
No, you did it again.
Why do I keep going? I haven't even put it down.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
That just makes me chuckle. Sorry.
Yeah. I can do gangster.
Gangster. I don't know if that was on the list.
you know Tony? He owns a pizza restaurant.
Yeah? What
You
about him?
come into my house. You disrespect my family on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Do impressions.
Oh, God. I think you're getting a bit ahead of yourself here.
Do
So could you be like, I'm trying to think, where would you be a voiceover for?
so
Like Chinese films, you could be one of the actors, the English version.
who? No. So voiceover stuff could be for educational videos.
Oh, I see.
see? So I'd be like-
yes.
So I could be David Attenborough, one of the most famous voiceovers.
You'd have to sound like him then.
Here we have the wild Elizabeth sat in her natural habitat. She wears a dressing gown. to avoid any sexuality. She may lift her leg and fart.
See?
I do no such thing.
Voiceover stuff. It could be for animated series.
Okay, yes, I'm on the same wavelength now. Okay.
It could be broadcasting of some sort.
A face for radio, you babe.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm going with. However, with my headshot, they're going to want me acting in no time.
Yeah, they're going to be like, why haven't you ticked that acting one?
Who knows? Who knows? But it's another avenue, isn't it?
There you go. There you go. That's fabulous fun, isn't it?
And I will work on the emotions.
Yes, I think we should loop back to some of those.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's some that are just going to come naturally to me, like camp. Or
I don't think I saw camp on there.
maybe they can't put camp anymore.
Probably not, no.
Feminine. There we go.
Probably can't put that either. I'll upset someone.
So, in other news, because this is a bit of an impromptu episode, I asked some people to get some questions over, just completely random questions.
Okay.
So, shall we go for it?
Okay, let's.
So, if you could replace your hands with anything for one day, what would it be?
If I could replace these hands with anything, what would it be? I think I would replace them with... I have absolutely no idea.
I think the difficulty comes with this one. If you take it really, really seriously, if you don't have like opposable thumbs to grab and open doors and stuff,
Yeah.
if you had, like dildos for hands, you won't be able to, you'd have to like sandwich the doors open and you wouldn't be able to like eat a sandwich.
Just have to stay in bed all day.
Well, you would.
What would you do? That's a really tricky question.
It's a really tricky question. I can't say I've ever thought about it, to be honest.
Just for one day?
Yeah. Maybe really big fists.
Why? They'd be dragging
Like Hulk.
on the floor.
Oh yeah, because my arms wouldn't be as strong as my...
So these massive...
I was thinking like Hulk
hands.
fists.
Can I just have like a giant Terry's chocolate orange on one that I could just nibble at?
Yeah.
And then like a giant mini egg on the other,
And you just sit there for 24 hours.
licking away.
Fair enough. I'm scrapping my big fists now.
Really?
Yep.
Shocking.
One fist Jack Daniels, the other fist Coke.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just get plastic.
We're very food and drink oriented.
We
aren't
are,
we?
absolutely.
I'd
Right.
like to know what other people would do.
Yeah, I would also.
What an interesting question.
Right, here we go, Liz.
Okay.
What was the last thing you Googled on your phone?
The last thing I Googled on my phone, it's going to be really boring. Okay, history. That's the website. Right, ready? The last thing I Googled,
Yeah.
NHS jobs.
Oh, mine's really boring as well. Plymouth weather tomorrow.
That is really boring.
Well, I'm going to go down and try and find a weird one.
I haven't got. There's no way I'll have any weird
Oh,
ones. mate.
personalised mic handle.
Yeah,
That's a bit of a weird one.
I've got night school, Saltash tip booking slots. I mean, this is the highlight of my life.
Yeah, no. Surprisingly, mine's not that interesting. What's the weirdest costume you've ever worn?
The weirdest costume? I love a bit of fancy dress, me. I dressed up as a tequila bottle. I've done that twice, actually.
Yeah.
That's a great outfit.
And I dressed up as a Mexican with a donkey.
Yeah, which is funny. So let me tell you about the donkey. Yesterday, when I got hit in the head in the loft, guess what I was looking at? That bloody donkey outfit. I thought, what the fuck is that? And that's what it was. And then I got hit in the head.
Yeah, I've dressed up as quite a bit in my time.
Do you know, for me, yours, the cringiest, most hideous thing, when you dressed up, you went down to the loo in your sister's hot pants. Oh, God, vile.
Yeah, that was always dressing up as a woman is quite weird because I've got very nice legs.
Do you?
They're very feminine.
Apart from all the hair on them.
What's new? You've got hairy legs.
Yeah,
Yeti.
They're really not that bad.
What is the weirdest one? My morph suit was quite weird,
remember
wasn't
that?
it? So it's just an all blue suit, like a green screen suit, but blue. We were watching that on YouTube the other day, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I've dressed up as loads of things. I've been like a banana. various outfits over the years.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a really, like, unless you're like really hench, there's no such thing as like a tarty outfit for a bloke, is there?
What are you implying? That all my outfits
You've
are
had
tarty?
some tarty outfits in your time.
Back in the day, maybe.
Yeah, not recently. Christ.
Christ, she's had 2 kids, not now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my tequila bottle, which we should find that. That's a great outfit.
Now this one's controversial. I did once go to fancy dress as a terrorist.
Oh God, yeah, you did. You did. It was funny, but it was awful.
Yeah. But fortunately, my attempt at, I don't know if I can say browning up, I went orange.
You were bright orange. You looked like an Oompa Loompa in a rug.
And I remember somebody got really funny with me and was like, well, what does a terrorist look like?
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
then I described what I thought a terrorist. Didn't catch on that he was trying to, like, it was a, what they call it, rhetorical question. I was like, well, I think this
Let me
and
tell
that.
you.
And he was like, some of my friends wear that. I was like,
Shut up.
you're
you
white and
twat.
bold. You've got no chance of having friends like that.
You're white and bold.
Well, if you had to draw an EDL member, it would be that guy. Anyway,
Let's move on from that question.
yes, but that would be probably the weirdest.
Yeah.
Next question. If you could turn anything into an Olympic sport, what would you win a medal in?
Oh, hands down, eating mini eggs.
Do you reckon?
Easy. Easy. Challenge me with any chocolate eating. I'll smash for it. Remember when we went
Reese's.
yeah, but I would eat it if I had to. Remember when we went to Miller and Carter?
Oh my God, and you ate that massive bit of cake.
All right.
Yeah.
There was an
All right.
ultimate challenge on cake, and the waitress. There was 6 of us there, wasn't there? The waitress was talking to us about this ultimate challenge, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be able to do that." She was like, "No, it's a massive bit of cake. Like, no female will ever be able to do that. Like, only men would be able
I was
to
like,
finish it."
You haven't met my wife.
I was like, "Right, give me the cake. Like, go on, tell me I can't do it. Oh, I'll smash through that. Easy. Easy." Yeah, no, eating chocolate, particularly mini eggs or Terry's chocolate orange. Oh, I love a bit of Terry. Or just Easter eggs in general, actually.
Yeah. Mine would be not feeling awkward. So I think...
Yeah, that's a really good one.
If you put me in and we had to like test the most awkward situations, I hardly feel it.
You really don't.
So awkward silences, love them.
Yeah.
Awkward moments, there is nothing better than saying, "Oh, this is awkward, isn't it?"
You have done that so many times.
Yeah, I think I feel like
You thrive.
Yeah, I would definitely get in the medals.
You
I'm not
thrive
saying
in the
not saying I'd be a
awkwardness.
gold, but I'd definitely get a medal.
Fair.
Next question is, what job would you do if everything paid the same?
If everything paid the same, you'd want to do something really cool, wouldn't you? I don't know. I've always quite fancied being an astronaut. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's something quite.
Do you know, like, have you seen the photos of, they went up for 9 months and came back and they'd aged like 30 years.
Yeah, but they weren't expecting to go up for 9 months. They were only going up for like a week or something, weren't they?
That
And
doesn't
they got
matter.
stranded.
You could
Can you
still...
imagine being stranded in space? How horrifying must that have been for them?
Yeah, but how cool must it have been for somebody to phone up Elon Musk, be like, "Hey,
Hey,
mate,
you do me a favour. You just
yeah, so we've got
send
this
this
little
rocket up."
situation," and he's like, "Oh, what's that? I haven't been watching the news today." And then they're like, "Well, you know, he sent them guys up." "Oh, what? Oh, you sent some guys up? Where?" I mean, this is what I would be like if I was him. And they're like, "Oh, you know, like up to space." "Ah, okay. How did it go?" They're like, "Well, not so good. They
Kind of stuck.
they've been stuck there for 9 months, and currently we're not paying them."
They couldn't walk or anything, could they? Like, all the muscles had like deteriorated
Yeah.
in their bodies. It's mad.
But
But how cool would that be, though?
no,
Do you not think?
nope. Other than the view,
That's what I mean. It would just be fascinating.
I think all the stress that goes with it takes it away.
Nah, you'll be all right. Well, what would you do?
If everything paid the same, I'd do 7 till 8 a.m. professional walker.
Professional walker.
Yep, because if it paid the
dog
same
walker?
as somebody who's got to be trapped in space,
Right, I'm not going to get trapped in space. I'm going to just pop up, do what I need, pop back,
yeah, I'd just be a walker.
and be a walker.
Because if money didn't matter, nobody would work.
You'd just be on the dole, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Is it still called that?
don't know. You've been closer than I have.
Can you imagine? Oh, it's not
Right,
really my
let's go on to
style.
the next question. These are quite good. These are like, we're like thinking about it.
Thought-provoking.
Yeah, if you had the choice, would you go 100 years into the past or into the future?
Into the future. I'm not going to be here in 100 years' time. Not that I was here 100 years ago, but
Yeah.
people were, and you've had stories. You're not ever going to get that 100 years' time.
Yeah, I think things have got better in 100 years.
Yeah. I want to see what happens in 100 years' time.
And if you went back 100 years, they're still struggling post-war,
Yeah.
and you've got another biggie coming up.
Yeah.
So at least you don't know what's going to happen in 100 years' time. That's the exciting bit.
Imagine how many recycling bags we'll have in 100 years' time. Oodles of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'd do. I'd go forward. Would you go forward? or
Yeah,
back?
I would also go forward, yes.
Yeah.
What would the title of your autobiography be?
What would it be? It would be something like... It would be... What do I say all the time? Probably something like... Just fucking get on with it.
Yeah, that's actually good. That'd be really good for you, actually.
I say that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would yours be?
Having a big dick isn't everything.
Very good. Very good.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
No, like synopsis needed for that. Well, I'm glad I got a chuckle out of you. Hopefully it wasn't for the wrong reasons.
Of course not.
What's the weirdest gift you've ever had? From me. Let's just specify.
you?
Yeah. So I wouldn't say I'm a particularly good gift
Giver.
giver.
Weirdest gift
I'm actually a bit lazy with gifts, aren't I? Because I always ask you what you want.
Yeah, you do. It's exactly what you do. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a surprise gift. Oh, there's got to be something. The weirdest gift you've ever given me. Children, they're fucking weird.
It is weird that I technically did give you that,
You did, yeah. Apparently.
allegedly. Still waiting for
Allegedly.
the paperwork.
Come back to me. What's yours?
What's the weirdest gift you've got me?
I buy awesome gifts. Oh, I know what the weirdest gift was. It's not the weirdest gift, but it was just so... I was just so like, why have you got me this? It was many, many years ago. You'll know exactly what it was. The red hedgehog
Onesie.
fleeced onesie.
Oh my God, you looked miserable in that. There's a photo and it's just, it's horrible.
It was huge. It was uncomfortable. It was so freaking warm. Like, so warm. And it was just so random.
Yes.
I remember you taking that photo of me. Like, I remember like exactly where I
Yeah.
was, what my face looked like. I just remember everything about it.
I don't know what mine is.
I remember buying you for an anniversary or a Valentine's Day gift, a tiny little grater that said, "I think you're great," on it.
I don't think that was for me.
No, it was. I remember giving it to you in your bedroom. Yeah, I remember. Well, it definitely was.
I don't remember that.
No, well, I do. I can tell you where I bought it from and everything.
See, even though it's against me, I still love the awkwardness. No, it wouldn't have been that because I can't remember that. It must have been drunk. I mean, you've come home with some weird food stuff before, haven't you?
Yeah, I came in with the dog once.
Yeah, you came home with a dog and he's asleep in front of us. What? I honestly don't know because you buy very good gifts.
I do. It's true.
And I'm struggling.
I brought you that Chuck Norris cap with
Yeah.
beard attached.
Also, the donkeys is quite a weird gift.
The donkeys, yeah.
So we've got two donkeys that are, right, let's start this again. We've got a painting of two donkeys in our living room. And
It's quite big as well, isn't it?
Basically, one day we were out lifting strawberry fields, and I'm going to say them because we had terrible service the first time. So I said, those donkeys make me feel happy. They're just like funny looking donkeys. What a great addition to our household somewhere. We've got animals upstairs, haven't we? Like giraffes, the love penguins.
The love puffins, I call them.
Sorry,
the
yes.
love puffins.
I thought it'd be a great addition. Looked at the price. There was a like little, one of those old school sticker things on it saying, I don't know, 30 quid or something like that. So we went to pay for it, and the chap goes, no, it's 50 quid.
Always more than that, but yeah.
And I was like, well, no, it says 30 quid there. And he insinuated that I had put that on.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
And
that was it. I remember now.
I got really mad. I was like, well, are you not going to like honour it? Because I genuinely didn't. I wouldn't have done that. And to be honest, had he not been rude, I might have paid the full price anyway for it.
Yeah.
But because he was a bit of a dick, I thought, no, Slodger, you can put it back. So I went away. I was quite disappointed because I was really excited about having it. Then for my birthday, you got me...
No, it's Christmas.
Oh,
it's
Christmas.
for Christmas. Yeah.
You got me the 2 donkeys, and I was overjoyed.
Yeah.
No matter what else you got me, that was going to be the present.
And they've been there ever since, haven't they?
And they're part of the living room.
They're just 2 donkeys poking their head over a wall.
Everybody
Comments on the
comments
donkeys.
on it when they're like,
They're fabulous.
yeah, they are good.
Yeah, that is an odd gift. But
I will post a photo of the
our donkeys.
Yeah. Right, moving on to the next question. If you could start a rumour about yourself, what would it be?
Don't really like rumours. I wouldn't like to start a rumour about myself. If somebody had a rumour about me, I'd expect them to just come and ask me outright.
Yeah. Do you remember the time that in like a moment of spite, I went, yeah, well, your family thought you were a lesbian. And you thought it was true for ages.
I did. Yes, I did. That was really nasty of you, actually.
Yeah, but it was funny.
No, it wasn't funny because...
You asked your family.
Yeah. I then started messaging my sisters and everybody saying, did you once think I was a lesbian? And they were all like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's brilliant.
Daryl said...
It was a magical thing. My rumour that I've got a small penis.
You'd want the rumour... Oh, right, okay. It's just...
Because
right.
it would just... There'd be less hassle.
Would there?
Yeah, if people thought I had a small penis.
For who?
For me.
Oh.
Less ladies lurking about. Gentlemen.
Where are they lurking? In the bushes.
Urinals.
Right. What rumour would you... For me, what would you recommend? A good rumour?
That you murdered someone.
Well, that might be true.
See?
Don't know, do you?
Exactly.
Oh.
Just putting that little seed of doubt in there.
But
yeah, I heard.
could be true.
I heard that Liz killed a guy.
Yeah, you thinking about it, aren't you? Well, did she?
People just like...
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
I'll tell you what we were talking about the other day as well, which was quite funny. Was that I was like, something to do with boxing. And I was like, oh, I'd love to know how to punch.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I would love to know how to punch, box, defend myself. However, I don't think I would put it to good use.
No.
Because for many, many years, I've not been able to. So now that I could punch, I'd just be going around punching people.
Yeah, you would. Just because you could.
Because I knew how to.
And you wouldn't break your thumb.
Yeah, because I did that once at a gym.
Well, you punched a punch bag and broke your thumb.
No, I've really hurt I had to ask Lee Russell. Right, every time I punch the bag, it's really hurting. He said, you're keeping your thumb out, aren't you? I said, thumb out where? Bit of a private question. So apparently you got to tuck it in.
Tuck it in.
So,
There you go.
If in doubt, tuck it in Thailand. Got a few more questions.
Oh, there's more. Fabulous.
Yeah. Honestly, well done, people. What's the weirdest thing you've said to your child this week?
This week, I would say the weirdest thing the weirdest conversation Lyra and I have had is Mummy doesn't have a willy. She likes to. She just likes to keep asking me.
Yeah, she likes to do the game of has a willy, hasn't a willy.
Yeah, she'll just name like all these people and it's like, have they got a willy? Have they got a willy? Have they got? And then she's like, Mummy, have you got a willy? Yeah, I don't know why, but she just fascinated. But it's probably the weirdest thing this week.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of mine. I know the funniest thing that Lyra said is this new game that, because obviously, oh, by the way, Goatee's gone. Goatee's gone. Back to my beautiful, pale
Baby face.
Lyra she touches my chin. She goes, Daddy, you need a shave. And then she goes, tell Mummy that she needs a shave.
Let's do that, yeah. Little devil.
Yeah. So that's probably the funniest thing. That's quite a regular one as well. What's the most dad thing I've done this week? And yours would be what's the most mum thing you've done?
Oh, thank you for clarifying that.
Because mum's.
Because mum's what?
I was going to start a riot potentially.
I wouldn't. What's the most mum thing I've done this week? Oh, I've done it a few times this week. If you don't finish all your tea, you're not having your pudding. That's a very mum thing.
And I did eat all my tea.
And guess what? No, she didn't eat all her tea and she still had her bloody pudding. As did Jackson. Devils.
Probably the most dad thing was Lyra hurt Jackson. So I picked Lyra up, gave her a cuddle.
Yes, you did do that.
That was hours ago.
Yeah, only a few hours ago.
Yep. He's gonna have it. He's gonna have it hard. Is our Jackson, isn't he?
What, from Lyra?
Well,
She's a bugger.
yeah. I mean, there are so many parents whose children who have had much worse starts to life. However, in our own experience, Jackson, compared to Lyra, he's had it hard so far, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's hardly a day gone by where he hasn't had
something
going on, whether that's weight issues or teething, his eyes. When he has a cold, it comes out his eye.
Just a whole series of things. Like I've said it so many times. Like Jackson is, and probably always will be, my biggest challenge.
Yeah, and whereas Lyra sometimes she just wants to be by herself.
Oh, she's quite happy.
There's no sign of that with Jackson, is there?
I mean, he's only 10 months old, for goodness sake.
Yeah, fair.
But he just idolises Lyra.
Yeah, the look he gives her in the mornings.
He just loves her so much.
It's magic.
And she just loves him as well.
Yeah. Right, next question. What's the most ridiculous way you've ever injured yourselves lately?
Well, yesterday when I hit my head in the flipping loft. I've actually got bruises as well on my arms and my knees from when I was in the loft.
I cut myself on an egg.
An egg?
I did. Cut myself on an egg. So you know when you crack a boiled egg?
I love how you have to give me an example of how you crack an egg. Yes.
Well, a bit of the shell, when I went to peel it off.
Oh, did it go under your nail?
Under my nail. Horrible.
That is awful.
Horrible. Have you ever had any embarrassing injuries?
Yeah, I burnt my legs.
Oh yeah, with Veet. I remember that. You were...
Other hair removal products are available.
Not to you.
No, it's not to me, they're not. Yeah. Yeah, burnt, really bad. Burnt my legs. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
I think, other than like the standard caught in my fly.
Ooh.
Yeah. That you think a knife cutting your finger makes a noise. You don't wait because it's never going to happen.
No, I hate to tell you, it's definitely never going to happen to me.
Yeah, that's but no, I don't think I've had a particularly embarrassing injury.
No.
So anyway, that's all the questions I've got. But I wanted to bring back to something that I forgot to say in our catch up.
Okay.
I've started writing stand up again.
Okay, tell me about that.
So I'm a little bit faddy. So every now and again, I think I'd love to do stand up, but I never get round to like putting loads of stuff together.
Yeah.
So it's just all bits. But over time, that's sort of like I'm just writing in my notes. I've got like a fair bit now, but I've just started getting into like the writing jokes again, and it's a hoot. And I think the reason I do that is because some of the chats we have, and I have with people can be of quite a serious nature. And naturally, I want to make jokes.
Yes.
I'm a bit like push the boundary. Sometimes a little bit over the boundary, but then skip back.
Yeah, you are very close to that line.
Yeah, and I think if I was to be my true self in interviews, I wouldn't have all the amazing guests that I've had on so far.
Fair.
So, in the background, I've started writing a few jokes.
To do what with?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea.
Just to...
Do I do YouTube videos? Do I go and do an open mic or like, I don't know.
Do you like?
Yeah, but they don't do any in Plymouth.
Let's go to Exeter.
Go to Exeter just for one like little 5-minute bit.
Yeah, then we can get the train home. Have a few tinnies.
Gin tins.
Gin tins.
Oh, we could do. That'd be good.
You might have to have a few tinnies before you get up on stage.
I don't really get nervous like that. Once I'm up there.
Yeah, I'm like that. I feel
I
it's
feel-
built up beforehand.
No,
and then
I feel
just-
dreadful before,
Yeah.
but switch it on. And that's part of the voice acting as well. You can just go, hello.
I was waiting for that American accent to come through.
Hi there.
Hi there. I don't know why I even attempt it. I just am useless with accents.
Yeah, and I always feel like with the Scottish accent, you've got to be drunk. Because it's kind of like everything's a bit of a slur, you know.
You used to try and teach me
Yeah.
like little
What was
sayings.
it?
How now, brown cow?
Hi.
And there's a
Hi,
moose
night.
in my hoose.
Hi now, Brian. Oh,
Cow. Yeah, the cat cow. I've never. I still to this
Cat.
day can't say it.
yeah, my Welsh accent always tends to end up a bit Indian.
Yeah.
So does my Geordie.
Whose coat is that jacket?
That's right. That's a Jimmy Carr bit.
Oh.
He does the
Oh yeah. That's funny.
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki.
But yeah, so watch this space. Maybe there's something on the horizon. But I'm always just looking for some stuff to do with audio and stuff.
Just because you've got nothing else to do.
I've got plenty to do.
Oh, I was worried you didn't have enough to do.
But oh yeah, I forgot, should really give a rugby update.
I mean, please.
So
I'd nearly forgotten you played rugby.
at the time of this release, I will either be a finalist or I was a semi-finalist. So we've got a semi-final tomorrow. We've got a semi-final next week, I think.
How terribly exciting.
Yeah. And we finished the season 3rd.
That's good.
Like,
That's good.
When I started in November, I think we were 7th.
I mean, come on. You can't get any more proof than that right there.
One try turned the whole season around.
1 try, 3 broken ribs, new boots.
Yeah, new boots.
What an absolute whirlwind
Yep.
of a season.
And the question is now, do I do it again next season?
Wow, that's only you can answer that.
Don't know. We'll see how pre-season goes because I would like to get fit,
It's the thing, like you have season and then you've got bloody pre-season.
which
and then you're
starts
straight back into season.
It's like Easter and Christmas, isn't it?
There's no let up, is there?
No, the chocolate coins leave, the mini eggs come in.
Yeah, there you go. The sun comes out, rugby stops.
Well, guys, thank you so much for that. Really, really enjoyed that episode. Liz, thank you for joining me. And I appreciate you live here, but you've joined me on short notice.
You know,
And
there for you.
I feel like you deserve a bit more credit here because for somebody who said that once I will never be part, I will support you with your podcast, but I will never be on it. And now you're a regular. Really, really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. I do enjoy it, and I did say that. I know I did. I don't like going back on what I said, but I have enjoyed our little chats.
I just have a way.
You definitely have a way.
So,
Thanks for having me.
well, it's about time you said that. Anyway, guys, for now, cheers.